So student, now we will move to the next topic that is called remainder theorem. Okay, so this theorem is very important as we can get the remainder when any polynomial is divided by a linear polynomial. Then using this theorem we can get the remainder without actually dividing it. Okay, using this theorem without dividing we can find what is the remainder. Okay, so that is why to save the time this remainder theorem is very important. And see, now what is it saying? Let px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. So px is any polynomial whose degree is greater than or equal to 1. What do you mean by that? Greater than or equal to 1 means it can be 1 or it should be greater than 1. It should not be less than 1. Okay, and obviously it cannot be negative. Minus 1, minus 2, the degree of the polynomial cannot be negative, because if it is in negative, if the power is in negative, then we will not call it as a polynomial. Simply it will be an algebraic expression, right? So polynomial means its degree is non-negative, that is a whole number. So now here we are excluding only one type of polynomial. What is that? That is a constant polynomial, and in fact zero polynomial also. Okay, so we are not taking zero polynomial and we are not taking constant polynomial. So that means we are taking any other polynomial except zero and constant polynomial. That is why it is given as greater than or equal to 1. So the degree is greater than or equal to 1, and let a be any real number. So a is any real number. For example, it can be 1, 2, half, minus 1, minus 2. It can be negative. Real number means it can be negative also. Okay. If px is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, so that a is utilized here. So x minus a. For example, if I take a equals to 5, then x minus 5. If I take x equals to half, then x minus half. If we divide the px, that means px divided by x minus 5 or px divided by x minus half. If you do this, then you can directly find the remainder, and the remainder is p of a. The remainder is p of a. Okay, so to elaborate it more, so I want to give you one example. Suppose x cube plus 3x square minus 5x minus 2. Now this is px, suppose. Okay, now if I am dividing it with x minus 3 by 2, suppose I am dividing it with x minus 3 by 2. So now I know that you have learned about the division of the polynomials in your previous class, right? So now to divide this, it will be a long process, right? But I am just asking you to find the remainder. Okay, no, I don't need quotient, I don't need anything, I just need the remainder. At last, what will you get? Okay, so that you can find it easily. And how? Means what is a here? What is a here? So for that, you have to assume this as 0. X minus 3 by 2 equals to 0. Okay, then x will be how much? This will go to the right hand side as plus 3 by 2, right? So 3 by 2. So this is your a. So now x minus a means 3 by 2 is a, right? So now if you divide this polynomial by x minus a, then what will you get? The remainder according to remainder theorem is p of a. Therefore p of a means 3 by 2. So you have to find p of 3 by 2. Right, so p of 3 by 2 means you just have to put 3 by 2 in place of x here, right? So it is 3 by 2 whole cube, okay, plus 3 into x square means 3 by 2 square minus 5x means 3 by 2 minus 2, okay. So now open the bracket. Now 3 by 2 whole cube means this cube is for 3 also and 2 also. So 3 cube is 27. 2 cube is 8 plus 3 into, this is how much? 3 square, 9 by 4 minus 5 3 is 15 by 2 minus 2. So this is the simple calculation that you can do. Okay, next 27 by 8 plus, this is how much, 3 9s are 27 by 4 here, minus 15 by 2 minus 2. Okay, so now what will you do next? You will now take LCM. LCM is 8 out of all the denominators, right? So now 8. So here what will come? 27. So addition and subtraction of fractions that you have already done in your lower classes, right? So that is why I don't need to elaborate it more. Okay, so here it will come 54. Okay, minus 60 minus 16, right? So this will be how much? So 27 plus 54 is 81, minus 60 21, minus 16 5. So 5 by 8. So this will be your remainder. Okay, if you divide this polynomial by x minus 3 by 2, then your remainder will be 5 by 8. So this is the remainder theorem. Okay, so to make you understand, now we'll move to the exercise and we'll move to the next exercise. Okay, and the question is, so we are moving to exercise 2.3, and the question is find the remainder when x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by x plus 1, x minus 5. That means we are dividing one by one. Okay, first we are dividing with x plus 1, then with x minus half, with x plus pi, and 5 plus 2x. So now you have to just find the remainder. The question is not asking you to divide, you just have to find the remainder. Okay, so now if you see, name for this polynomial is not given, so we'll name it as px. So let px equals to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Suppose this is the name I have given to this polynomial, that is px. Okay, so next for number 1, we are dividing it by x plus 1. Okay, so now let us assume this to be 0. So let x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, then x equals how much? Minus 1. So this is your a. So the value of a here is minus 1. So if you divide x px by this, then the remainder will be p of a, right? So now p of a means, therefore p of a means here minus 1. So minus 1 equals how much? You just have to replace x by minus 1 here, isn't it? So x cube means minus 1 cube plus 3x square means minus 1 square plus 3x means minus 1 plus 1 equals to minus 1 cube is how much? So this cube is meant for both minus and 1. So minus cube is minus to the odd power is minus. Okay, so minus 1 cube is 1 only, plus 3 into minus 1 square. So this square is for both minus and 1. So minus square is, so minus to the even power is plus. So minus square is plus. So 1 square 1. So plus 1 means into 1. Now here plus into minus, minus 3 1s are 3 plus 1. Okay, so minus 1 plus 3 1s are 3 minus 3 plus 1. So this is how much? So this minus 1 and plus 1 are cancelled. Plus 3 and minus 3 cancel. So this is how much? 0. So what is the remainder? So the remainder is 0. Okay, therefore the remainder is 0. Okay, so now number 2, 3 and 4, please do it as your homework. Okay, so I am doing directly, I am doing number 5. So number 5 is 5 plus 2x. Okay, so we will assume this to be 0. Let 5 plus 2x equals to 0. Okay, implies, so what is the value of x for here? So 2x equals to this 5 will go there as minus 5. Implies x will be minus 5 by 2. Okay, so this is your a. So what will be the remainder? P of a. P of a means P of minus 5 by 2. Okay, so P of minus 5 by 2 means here you have to replace, x by minus 5 by 2. So to be minus 5 by 2 cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 square plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so here So this cube is for both 5 and 2 and for minus also. So minus cube is minus 5 cube is 125 divided by 2 cube is 8, isn't it? So next minus is for both this, all of this. So minus square is plus, so 5 square is 25 by 2 square is 4. So here minus into plus, minus 3 5s are 15 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so next what will you do? Now you will solve this fraction part. Okay, so if you see now, this will implies p of minus 5 by 2 equals to minus 125 by 8. Here now it is how much? 3 into 25. 3 into 25. So 3 into 25 is 75. Okay, so I'll write plus 75 by 4 minus 15 by 2 is there plus 1. So you'll take LCM. LCM is 8, isn't it? So now 8 is the LCM. So what will come here? Minus 125 plus, now it's 4 here. So 4, how many times is 8? 4 to 8. So with that 2 you'll multiply here 150 minus 2 4s are 4 15s are 60 plus 8, isn't it? So next how much will you get? 150 minus into plus minus, so you have to subtract. 150 minus 125 is 25 and the greater sign is plus, so 25 only. 25 minus 60 is how much? Minus 35 plus 8 minus 27 out of 8. So this is the remainder. Okay, so this is how you will do this sum. Now the next one is number 2. So number 2 I want you to do it as your homework. Okay, and number 3 also, number 2 and 3 also I want you to do it as your homework. Okay, and the leftover questions of number 1 also, that is number 2, number 3 and number 4 of question number 1 and number 2 and number 3. And number 3 is just a tricky question, as you have to find whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of this or not. So this is your px, this is your px. Okay, so from here you will find the value of a and you will find the remainder. Okay, so if the remainder is 0, then this is the factor. If remainder is not 0, then this is not a factor. Okay, so you check the remainder. Okay, so till then, till the next video, you do your homework and submit it by time. Okay, thank you very much.